It's time to go beyond plus ultra for Boku no Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 24.
Are they gonna let it be our academia as well?
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know, man. They seem pretty greedy to me.
This episode hit hard and it was amazing.
Very emotional. Even if most of it was just Ochiko giving a big speech.
Did you tear up at all?
I didn't tear up, but I did feel like I was getting to that point.
Same.
This didn't give me the tears. It didn't give me the feels quite like fully, but it was definitely on the verge of
Ye-
like, oh man.
Yeah, because just her speech was so impassioned that I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
this is really good. And it wasn't a love confession like we initially thought.
Well, because we didn't assume that she was talking to the full crowd there like that, like
Yeah,
for that circumstance,
we
which we
just
probably should have. It was definitely there at the
we
end of the last episode.
we just knew she had a megaphone.
She had a megaphone and she was all like, "I love Deku, yo." Earphone jack, give me a sick beat to rap to. Fucking put down these feels, dog. Fucking Jiro just pulls out a random fucking goddamn DJ set.
No,
That
no,
just
no.
hangs from
Momo.
her neck.
No, no. Momo pulls one out.
Momo hands her one that she made. Jiro's just like, this is a shit record. Make another one.
Jiro does not have the power of hammer space. Momo does. You were forgetting your best girl's own powers.
No, I was just assuming that she might have something on hand and be ready for it. You know.
But an
Who knows?
entire turntable?
Hey, look, it's one of the ones that just hangs from your neck. And since she's got the jacks and the microphones anyway in part of her gear, she just plugs it in.
Where would she keep an entire turntable?
I fucking know. Look, I'm just saying that. Look, we've already created a crazy situation. Okay, why are you questioning Hammer Space now?
Because Boku no Hero needs logic.
We've just thrown logic out the window in the first place, and now you suddenly want it back.
Yes.
Where's the logic in that part?
The logic is there is no logic.
Then why are you questioning the Hammer Space?
Oh, shit, dude.
Your argument has failed and is fundamentally destroyed. Your foundation is gone. Oh, anyway, we get a nice little flashback to the principal talking about shit, right? About how the facility's got new state-of-the-art defenses.
Mm-hmm.
So did it remind you of anything when he was explaining it?
Tokyo 3.
Remind me, what series is that from?
Evangelion?
That's what I thought. Yep, okay. That's exactly what it reminded me of. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is that what fucking Denki comes out screaming about an anime? And I'm like, wait a minute. Is he straight up referencing where this is from?
Denki even says it's like a robot anime.
He calls, yep, like a robot anime. Yep, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he says robot.
There may be like one Gundam series with a city that operates like that, but I don't know all the Gundams.
I wouldn't know it. I only know G. I know a little bit of the original, and a tiny bit of Wing.
I've seen 0086, no, 0083, Unicorn, and some of G.
I've seen some of Iron Blooded Orphans too, I should say, but that's like on Mars if I remember right. That's not even here.
And I just had a slight thing going in my mind about, like, do you know the tennis ball looking thing that's like the mascot for Gundam?
Oh, like the little ball bot or whatever it is? Yeah.
And I just kept making that guy give the main character of Unicorn the worst news possible. Because he was like half flirting with like the princess of something, and she like turned him away, and I was like, Banasher, you've been rejected. Banasher, you've been rejected.
Oh my god.
Since it would be since it would just give news to people like Banasher, come to the infirmary.
You send it to like the princess with a love note, just a kick and saying your love, and it just comes back, you've been rejected. Oh no.
I think it's like Haru or something.
Yes, it is Haru. Yes. So now, mostly because I've been like watching the creator commentary for Dragon Ball Z Abridged that has been coming out lately. My first thought is, oh no, this is the robot that Bulma sent to fucking Yamcha when she decided I'm going to sleep with the cheetah. Oh my fucking god.
So UA can move around because it's
It's
oddly...
a slide puzzle that can bring the slides underground.
Yes, yes. And it has like countermeasures like 3,000 layers of plating and a subway system.
Apparently, at the point when this was created, the principal didn't know that decay would be able to spread in the way that it now can, but he said he had a gut feeling that it might turn into that, which, considering that he's probably seen quirks evolve like this, he's probably like, that might be a possibility. That said, when he was explaining this, I'm like, how the fuck did they do all this in what, 6 months? Without anyone knowing?
Well, he has money, so he could be kept secret?
With all the drilling that would have to happen for this?
Well, you could drill, like, 10 miles away and, like, build the subway system.
Yeah, but, like, being able to bring the sliding puzzle buildings down below, though.
Fair point.
I don't feel like a single quirk would be able to, like Mudman, for example. I don't think he'd be able to do that to this entire zone if you were employing the kids for student labor.
So
like, I get we have quirks, but even this, I feel like would have gone noticed. You couldn't not notice it.
So
when it was being built.
So he basically says, "Hey, bring Deku home. He belongs at UA."
Essentially, which is kind of what he said before.
And we cut back to the angry crowd, and Principal Ferret is saying that he couldn't erase all the news, and with speculation would only...
Trace or counter, I would say, are probably the words he would have used.
Or like...
if you don't have the direct quote in front of you, I mean.
Okay.
Because erase, I feel like, is a bad one, because it makes it feel like you're destroying what's there.
And, like, speculation leads to unease.
He keeps having this hope, too, of, like, people need to take that one step forward to think of something more than just themselves, right? Essentially. Which, you know, by the end of the episode, we do get that. Shocker. Meanwhile, Deku's mom is just crying at poor Deku being left there.
Best Genius tries to ease the crowd.
Doesn't work. His words get twisted.
It only makes them angrier. So, Ochiko decides to give it a try.
I do like how Deku gets the vision of them turning into, like, zombie-looking people, too. Glowing,
yes.
Like, red filter, pink glowing eyes, just looking like they're ready to gnaw his brain out.
Oh.
Like, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. It's just, oh, they're zombies now. Okay. Deku Vision shows them as zombies.
Deku Vision?
I don't know what else to call this because nobody else sees them like this. This seems like it's coming from Deku's eyesight. Like, it's probably the mental picture he's painting.
Yeah.
Least, but, like, yeah, they look like red zombies.
So Ochiko gives an impassioned speech about...
Well, sorry, before we move on to that, I do want to point out that, like, The actual artwork on Deku's face here is fucking amazing. Of just like the traumatic look he's getting with this.
Oh yes, like
It's
just
like,
the
oh fuck.
just like all the expressions that Deku has.
If things
Amazing.
didn't turn out for the better here, this could have just broken him completely
Oh,
from the mental end
totally.
of things. Like that's the impression I get with the way his face, like the facial expressions he gives on this.
Yeah, because he's like teetering on the edge of everybody hates me. I need to be alone.
Mm-hmm. Not even that. Like, I think if he had broken, he'd have left. He'd have been no. He would not go back to being a hero.
He would have been a
I,
villain or an anti-hero.
a hermit. I think he would have left and never come back.
Oh.
Either that, or he'd try to keep going and get himself killed in the process.
Hmm.
One of the two. But yeah, he definitely looked like this would have been like such a traumatic thing for him. Anyway, Ochiko.
Yeah. She was saying like how Deku wants to save people. That's why he left, so he wouldn't cause people trouble, and basically says like, "Hey, blame us. We brought him back."
Mm-hmm.
And we have ordinary woman saying, "Hey, that's the boy who saved me."
We also
So,
see Kota from like season 2
mhm.
is there with Ringtail.
And there
And
was this one guy who kept, even though some people were slowly warming up, this guy kept holding everybody back from like fully embracing the idea of Deku needs to be there at UA.
mm-hmm. Like, it's a very impassioned speech, and I think either of us trying to like paraphrase it down doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just like trying to explain like this speech, but it is such a powerful speech that it's hard to do.
The shortest and sweetest way I think to put it is basically just the main point, which is just like heroes can't be heroes without the support of the public. That's essentially what she's trying to say. Without your support, what's the point in us? And it kind of rings true for that one guy there who's like,
Spikehead guy?
yeah, who's like, look, what are the people that are left that are still fighting for our sake? All the ones that have left and stopped fighting, we can call them the fake heroes or whatever, right? Like, I don't think he uses quite those words,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of essentially where he's putting those emotions at. Like, they've left. The people that are still fighting for us and fighting for our future, what does it mean if we throw them away?
Who'll be here for us when the true heroes are gone?
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, Kota wanted red shoes to be like Deku.
an ordinary woman and Toka comfort Deku.
Kota.
Okay, I mixed it up then.
You said Toka. You flipped the
Yeah.
consonants.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they come in for the hug, man. The group hug.
I didn't realize ordinary woman was so tall.
I knew she was tall. I didn't realize she was that tall. Like, she's looking close to like 7-8 feet, I would guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking she was just maybe 6, but she's 7 or 8 feet there.
Yeah.
So unless her actual height is changing from like scene to scene, or at least, appearance to appearance. Yeah, she's tall. She's very tall. But yeah, they come in for the group hug. This is when we get like the big revelation of just like, we always thought of heroes as performers on the stage, but we've never been involved. Now we have to be involved.
According to her description, she is somewhere between 260 and 300 centimeters,
that's quite a difference.
Which is somewhere between 8'6" and 9'10".
I feel like you're closer to the 8. 9 foot, almost 10 foot tall is a little. She should be double Deku's height at that point. I think.
I'm not too sure if Horikoshi makes the character descriptions or if this was just from size because
I
the
don't think for a side character like this he would. For like a main character, he would probably do that.
okay because the reference for that description it just says Boku no Hero manga volume 32. So maybe there is a
Maybe there's something there, but I can't imagine he would have put a ratio for it.
either
You know,
that
a
or
range.
somebody is going okay Deku is this high
Yeah,
and
they're doing like pixel measurements. Yeah,
yeah.
that would especially be true if her height changes from like scene to scene that she's in.
Mhm. So she tall. She quite tall.
If she was human, it would probably be Death by Snoo Snoo. If you're a furry, it's definitely Death by Snoo Snoo.
You know, it would be interesting if she was a basketball hoop repair person.
I mean, and I don't know that I would consider that funny. I consider it convenient because it would be easy.
I meant like funny in a way like this job would suit her perfectly because she's so damn tall.
I mean, a window washer would also be a good one.
Yeah. But unnamed fox quirk, how does that mean 9 foot tall?
It still doesn't look like a fox to me. Maybe because she doesn't have a tail.
Mm. So everybody starts warming up to Deku and the rest of
Or
the.
at least the idea of letting him in, because they're like, it's only temporary, right? He's not here permanently. Also, the one kid that has been like the biggest problem, right? That
Mhm.
keeps stirring everyone up against him. Did you notice the shirt he's wearing?
No, I did not. I was trying to, but I.
It's an All Might shirt.
Oh.
It is an
Oh.
All Might shirt. It's got like the V from All Might's hair and the big grin.
I must have missed that.
It's hard to tell because I don't think you ever get a full on shot of it. But over the couple of shots that did show the shirt, I could tell from there what it was.
Oh, okay. And
Now, again, I'm really curious if we ever get back to the whole there's a spy inside of, the class or whatever, or the school,
Mhm.
and if they're going to let people in. Because at first I'm like, oh, it could be Toga. And then I'm thinking back, I'm like, wait a minute, that's before Toga was ever introduced. It couldn't have been Toga.
Hmm.
Although, granted, they have planned in case it would be Toga, since everyone that gets brought in is isolated for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Which, who knows if Toga's quirk has evolved to not matter depending on how long she's able to maintain that outfit, or
Mhm.
the transformation. We don't know if that's changed for sure.
And Deku is saying, this is not only the story of how I became the world's greatest hero, but how everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh my god. Deku is just not realizing, but like realizing that this whole UA class 1A is like some big puzzle. Everybody relies on each other to better themselves, and the world will become its
Mm-hmm.
own greatest hero.
I would like to also ask you a question quickly.
Shoot.
How do you feel about Private Eye Endeavor?
Love it.
It looks good on him.
Yes.
Like, it looks shockingly good. I'm like, make this your outfit from now on. This looks so much better.
Trenchcoat Endeavor. Private Eye.
Private Eye Endeavor look. I love it.
We need a spin-off with Trenchcoat Endeavor.
This is what Endeavor does when he retires from just being act like a regular hero. He becomes a Private Eye.
We need the restaurant one I suggested a few episodes back, and now Private Eye Endeavor.
Look, man, he was able to decipher the book that Hawk sent him. Dude's got some Private Eye chops, I'm sure.
Yes.
But yeah, he and Hawks come running in with Todoroki to be like, oh, everything worked out. Yeah.
And what did you think of Electroplasm?
I mean, he's been around. Why? What about him?
I forgot about him, but he just. I don't know if it's his costume, but he looks villain esque.
They point that out when he first shows up in the show.
Oh, okay, I must have forgot about that then.
Probably it's been so long, so yeah. But
Mhm.
they do make. I remember them making a point of that.
Did they say, do you remember why he chose that look?
I don't remember the details, although you can probably argue that like Izuku looks like a fucking villain the entire time in this arc.
Yeah, yeah.
So strike fear into the heart of villains. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Hawks comes to the realization that everyone's just kind of found connections through one another. And then we get good old Shoto here being like, "We got to work together, Dad. We got to take out our Dobby, man." And of course, we have Endeavor pulling down in the classic Private Eye outfit setup of pulling down hat over face
In the rain.
in the rain. I want to see Horikoshi make a Private Eye series now after this, because he's able to pull off the shots.
Yes.
We get a nice little shot of Aizawa, which there you go. He's got the full on mechanical foot.
Yay.
A lot more detailed than I thought it would be. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I didn't think they would have given him individual toes.
Yeah, I was shocked about the toes.
I still think they probably could have saved his leg, but hey.
But like you were saying last time, it may still have the quirk drug or the quirk erasing drug in it. So
Still Airy is an option in that case. My other question is, I forget what happened to his eye that he's got an eye patch on.
didn't he? Oh wait, no, he didn't.
No, when he like sliced off his own leg, both of his eyes were still fine.
Oh,
I don't remember what happened to his eye.
let me look. Shigaraki's final attack caused him to get a scar over an eye, and he was forced to wear an eye patch over his right eye after losing it to Shigaraki's attack.
What final attack was that one?
I don't remember.
I'm seeing like the manga page for it. All right, now I see it.
What was it?
It's literally it's Shigaraki goes to like grab his face essentially. I didn't realize that scarred his eye in the process. Because Deku comes in with the punch from the side immediately after that.
Okay.
I didn't realize that caught his eye as well.
So that eye
Like,
was
fully.
kind of
Probably.
decayed?
I mean, I don't know, because at that point, I think his quirk was still active.
Okay.
I think it was just the physical attack with, Shigaraki's augmented body. I don't think decay was still active.
Okay.
Was active at that point. Otherwise, he probably would have lost a shit ton more.
Yeah, like part of his face.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. I didn't realize that actually had caused him to lose the eye. So we kind of cut off on the end with All Might going off to try and see about getting those hero-hating people to like give up their bullshit and come back to safety. And we get a nice little tidbit of Stain, who's apparently been following him. Interestingly enough, Stain's only got one sword this time, and I think he had two before.
Do you think he realizes that is All Might, or
I can't imagine at this point he wouldn't be aware. Like, even if he wouldn't have been aware when he first left Tartarus, I can't imagine he isn't at this point. Especially since he's been following Deku.
Okay.
And from what we've seen, at least spying on one of their conversations together right before Deku leaves him.
So next time it seems to be the wrap up for this season and just tying up loose ends of this, maybe?
It does look like we're gonna see Stain and All Might have some kind of conversation. Oh no. Never mind. I didn't notice this the first time through, but I'm noticing it now. I think Stain literally has him like with his sword at his throat and is
Oh,
trying to get questions answered. And All Might is just standing there unflinching.
hmm.
I will say, when I did see that like Stain was after them, I double checked what Night Eye's supposed prophecy was, but it just says that he's supposed to meet a horrible end from an unspecified villain. In
Hmm.
which case, I don't think that would be Stain. As Stain has specifically tried to like not be what he would consider a villain.
Would you say Stain is an anti-hero or more of an anti-villain?
What would the definition for an anti-villain be? Because it's not a term I hear that
Uh,
often. Like, I don't think Stain is evil.
an anti-villain is a character who has heroic personality traits or goals, but ultimately is the villain in the story. For example, an anti-villain may have noble goals, but the means to obtain that goal are evil.
Yeah, I think so. If Stain didn't go as far as he does, I'd say no. But the fact that he was killing heroes to do it, then yes.
So he could have been an anti-hero, but he turned into an anti-villain.
Yeah. Stain is weird. If we were going to read this on like a D&D style of like what is Stain, I would call him chaotic good. Because what he wants is ultimately good, but he'll go through whatever means necessary to make it happen, or at least whatever he deems necessary. Whereas if you want All Might, he'd be the lawful good. He'd be doing things exactly the way the law states because it would be bad to do it otherwise. You know, all the way up until probably this point, because at this point he's kind of like slipped more into a neutral good where he's willing to play both sides. This is something I've been super curious to see happen since Stain got out is like if he meets up with either Deku or All Might, how the fuck does it go down?
I guess we'll find out next week
I'm super curious.
on the final episode of the season.
This
I
is a good one to end on actually then.
yeah. I
I always
won.
forget if it was 25 or
It's
26.
25.
Yeah, I keep forgetting which one it is.
And because it's been 25 for the past, I want to say ever since season 2 or 3 was 25.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I mean,
season 1 was
I
short.
always think 26 because it's usually 13 and then new, opening and ending, and then another 13 is what my assumption always is.
Yeah. And I just wonder if it will be 18 months until the new season, season 7.
I don't know. I'm not sure how quickly these guys get done with these episodes before they premiere.
Because it was always in, well, maybe not always, but I think at least between seasons 4 and 5 and 6, there was an 18-month gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want,
Well, I was gonna say like I know like it's not like these premiere and they're already working on the next season or anything, right?
right, because
Usually
studios are working on other projects.
it's not even that. Usually they're still working on the same project and they're only like a few weeks prior to when that episode premieres.
Mm.
From the way I understand it, it obviously depends on the studio and what they're doing and like what time is allotted for them, but it is a pretty thin margin for when they finish an episode and when it airs.
And, case in point, Animation Urana Kuromi.
Exactly, yeah. Like that kind of thing has not changed. I forget which one it was recently where they were like done before even the first episode premieres, and that's almost unheard of.
Oh.
And it turned out really good. I want to say it was something from Trigger, but I can't remember for sure.
Maybe they'll give Horikoshi time to end it because it is in his final arc now, and he plans to
Is it
be.
actually the final arc this time?
Well, he said that he wanted to be done by last October, November, and now this is his end goal, like, of 2023 to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if they start too early, they won't have enough, or they'll catch up and they won't have enough time to like properly do the finale
Did
because
we look and see about where they were going to end and how many chapters they had? Because I thought we did discuss something like this earlier,
like
and you had said like they might have enough for one more season
yeah,
before they before we start getting into the point where Horikoshi they catch up to him.
because as of now, this episode covered 320, 324, 325, and I'm pretty sure the next one will be up to 328, which is the end of the Dark Hero saga, or the
Mhm.
Dark Hero arc, and currently they are on. I know Horikoshi just took like a 2 week absence or something like that. He announced it.
Yeah, break time.
Uh, with chapter 382 came out March 6th. So
Mhm.
we have about 66 chapters. So I'm not too sure because that is. No, 56, my bad. So that would be about 18. 16 episodes there.
If they're doing 3 chapters at a shot,
Wait, yeah,
that's
my math, yeah,
18.6.
18.
So if they would start doing it now, by the time they get to that point that Horikoshi is currently at, he'd probably put out more chapters,
Mm-hmm.
which would probably sew up the last couple of episodes they'd need.
Yeah, so,
But yeah, if they do the whole wait a year
because
and a half.
if he plans on doing it until, like, October, that will be another 28-ish chapters. I know that whatever magazine it comes out in does take breaks on occasion, so maybe more like 24. I just want to say, which is 8 more episodes. 18 plus 8 is 26. So the final season could have like 27 episodes.
It would be nice if, depending on when Horikoshi actually does finish it off, if it's enough that it's like it's not worth another season, just give them an extended amount of episodes in the
Mm-hmm.
final one to just cap it off.
Yeah. And if it's not too long, 2 or 3 episodes probably won't get in the way of everybody's production schedules.
Mm-hmm. It's either that or do a season one and just do 12 episodes for a season.
Maybe.
Fill it with filler.
No filler. No filler in Boku no Hero.
We're going to the fake Boku no Hero Academia, just like fake Namek.
Oh my god. So come back with us next time for the finale.
The fake finale. It's not real.
Goodbye.